lawyer by profession, and he was the past president of Nephi Toastmasters and was past area director as well. So, and he said that he would like to thank all the senior members who helped him in developing their communication, especially Toastmaster Thomas, Toastmaster Varadarajan, Toastmaster Mohan Jayanti, Toastmaster Ramalingam, Priyanka, Toastmaster Tushar, and Toastmaster TM Alex as well. And also, he would like to thank few of his mentees who taught him some life lessons, and especially TM Sampath Saurirajan, mentors. TM Saurirajan, PNS, Toastmaster Alex, and Satish. Finally, Toastmaster Santosh, president of this club. So, put your hands together and welcome Toastmaster.
Starting evaluation, I'll explain those who have any doubts regarding
not evaluating.
I'll explain it properly. I think it's jumbled up. Okay. Now, thank you, General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters, and my dear guest. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah. So today, Toastmaster Amit started the fantastic journey of advanced communications with a very nice story. And storytelling manuals, which I always was thinking like a lawyer never needs to tell stories. But then I was asked by Mohan to take it, my mentor Mohan to take it, and then it is really wonderful manual. I encourage everyone to take it and try and see. Today we heard a very fantastic story which have been heard many times. In fact, I remember reading it in one Malayalam magazine called Pumbata, it's Butterfly. So sometime back, and today we heard it again from Toastmaster Amit. It was like I was hearing it from my grandmother, because Toastmaster Amit is a very soft-spoken guy. So it was like hearing from grandmother. So there were a lot of characters from the Brahmin. Then you had tiger and people tree, road and jackal and buffalo, cow, right? Yeah. Okay. So a lot of characters. Each character was developed and gradually introduced at different intervals. And he unraveled the plot in a very elegant way, like we were all glued to the speech, to the story. And finally we watched, we didn't hear, but we watched the conflict and solution. It was very well and excellently performed on the stage. Now this is an advanced stage, and storytelling manual is not something that you have to live like this. There is a lot of areas of improvement which has to be taken with one of the very important manuals. The most important thing is the settings. He immediately started the speech, the story, which saying that once upon a time, then a Brahmin. Where was the Brahmin? What was he doing? Where was the cage? He could have said something like it's a forest, and it was thick forest. He was going back home, and it was very eerie atmosphere. Suddenly he heard a noise, something like that. Then people would have say. Then you can say. Good evening, Toastmaster of the day, and people will be glued to you. And that setting is very, very important for a story. And then the expression, almost all through the speech you kept one expression, but at times we had a lot of areas to change the expression, like a tiger, a Brahmin, then you talk to different characters. So each character had their own expressions. So it could have varied, that people could have better understanding of the character and the settings. Another important thing is in storytelling is the gap or space between the sentence narration. When there is gap or space between narrations, the audience will feel that the flow is broken. So there was that stage, maybe the lack of practice, or something else which you could not avoid, like health problems or something. When the story does break, that actually spoiled the flow. And there were a lot of characters which could have avoided. Some of the characters, the road and the people tree, could have avoided. They were not relevant for the story. So if we avoided, then we would have finished in time, then we would have added to the story. So I'm also finishing in time because the red card is up there right now. Over to you.